Welcome back to another episode of History Bodied. We focus on the most interesting questions and topics surrounding the world that we live in. Our thought-provoking short documentaries will surely get you thinking, and you are coming back for more. Subscribe to the channel now and become part of the community, so you never miss any of our latest uploads. In this video, we will be looking at the history and culture of the beautiful country of Zambia. Let's get started with today's video. The unique butterfly-shaped boundaries result from the European scramble for Africa's natural resources in the early 1900s. In size, the country is roughly equivalent to the state of Texas, about 290,585 square miles. The capital is Lusaka. Bordering neighbors are the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Tanzania, Malawi, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and Angola. One of the cradles of the human race is in the northern African Rift Valley, which includes modern-day Zambia. Zambia traces human settlement, which goes back to almost 3 million years. In Zambia, sites in the north and south record back to 60,000 years ago. The 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬𝐬 lived a nomadic life of hunting and gathering from the Stone Age until the 4th century. They lived in villages and developed farmlands, eventually forcing the 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬𝐬 into this new way of life. By the 11th century, these self-sufficient villages started to trade with other groups. Tribal migrations in only the past 300 years have determined the makeup of present-day Zambia. Between 1500 and 1800, the Lunda and Luba people traveled from the Congo and became a powerful group. In 1820, Zambia was conquered by the Zulu, descendants from South Africa. The Ngoni, originally from South Africa, escaped from the Boers and Zulus and settled in eastern Zambia around 1850 to 1870. Later on, the first Briton to arrive in Zambia was the famous David Livingstone, who started to explore the upper Zambezi River in 1855 and discovered the 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬𝐬 waterfall, renaming it Victoria Falls and naming the city of Livingstone after himself. In 1863, another powerful tribe, the Lozi, dominated western Zambia and originated from the Congo in the late 17th century. In the late 1800s, Portuguese and Muslim traders moved further inland and established trade with tribes. The British South Africa Company got the mineral rights for the country's western region, which was known then as northwestern Rhodesia. Copper was the main export, thanks to American scout Frederick Russell Burnham. After independence in 1964, the government recognized the role culture of Zambia was to play in the overall development of a new nation and began to explore the question of national identity. In the 1970s, the price of copper plummeted, along with the economy. The country received help from international lenders, but the cost of the precious metal continued to decline. By 1995, Zambia had one of the highest per capita foreign debts in the world. In 1990, a collapsing economy and political frustration led to severe food riots and an attempted military coup d'état in the streets. Most of the tribes of Zambia moved into the area in a series of migratory waves a few centuries ago. They grew in numbers, and many traveled in search of establishing new kingdoms and land for crops. Zambia's contemporary culture is a blend of values and spiritual traditions of more than 70 ethnically diverse people. Zambia's traditional heritage is most vibrant in ceremonies and music, which is based on drums. This country's arts and crafts can still be seen in the form of baskets, textiles, mats, wood carvings, ivory, and copper. Private museums were also founded, and cultural villages were established to promote the expression of artistic talents. The availability of food supplies depends on season and location. The preferred relish is usually the meat of goat, fish, or chicken and a vegetable, and sometimes tomatoes, onions, or cabbage. Other foods, such as peanuts, sweet potatoes, and cassava, are more seasonal. Fruits are plentiful, including bananas, mangoes, and pineapples, which come from the hilly regions. In the rural areas, where meat is not an option regularly, 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬𝐬 is served with beans, vegetables, or dried fish. Mealie meal is eaten 3 times a day, at breakfast as porridge and as 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬𝐬 for lunch and dinner. Buns are also famous at breakfast, taken with tea. Well, that brings us to the end of today's video, all about Zambia and its history. Did you know about the culture of Zambia? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's episode and found it interesting, make sure to leave us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to History Bodied, so you never miss out on taking a trip back in time with us to the most fascinating moments in human history. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.